See, you got to understand, it's a culture. It's the way we live. It's what we eat, think, and breathe.
Yeah, yeah. Hey.
Blunt Honesty Podcast, Hooligan Gang, bang, bang. Man, we are live from Blueprint Studios up in Speedway. Man, it's our first time, man, but it's looking like this might be, one of those locations that we got to stick with, man. It's really dope in here. So shout out to, the owner. And, we're going live for the first episode. It's only Seif D, Cemetery Seif, and who I got with me today.
And the Honorable Love Stacks representing 3400 East Side all day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, today, it's been a minute since we've been on the pod, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just happy to see niggas again, for real. But I want to get into Ja Morant, pause. As far as I want to get into his situation. Because, he's a hell of a talent, bro. A hell of a talent. And I just looked on the standings. Memphis is like, I want to say, third in the West right now. And for him to, not be on the squad, I don't even know how they faring. I know he been out for maybe 2 games. He got 2 game suspension. But recently what he did was he was on live with a pistol. This is after, he had just got into trouble for beating up a 17-year-old. That's kind of weird if you're in the NBA, 1. 2, he had just got in trouble for pulling out a gun or allegedly putting a beam on Indiana Pacers representatives. So, my nigga just really trigger happy at this point. He's on some Bishop off of juice shit. Like, what's going on with the man? It's like, bro, I know you play above the rim, but you don't got to bring that to the game. You feel me?
And just to reflect back on what Shannon Sharp was saying, you know what I mean? Like, just gives it perfect light. Like, bro, you are not a gangster, not a street nigga, Ja Morant. You're an NBA, man.
Right.
Play ball, nigga.
And the thing is, it's like
people would love to be in your position, bro.
A lot of people would love to be in his position, bro. That's the crazy part. And
that's not natural. Like, you worked for that. Like,
right, bro. You've been hooping your whole life, bro. I don't understand. And then, that people will be like, well, he got his mama and his daddy in his life. That doesn't necessarily mean you can't be in the streets, but you know what I'm saying? Wasn't necessarily in poverty. That's what I'm getting to.
Like I say, you might not never get a chance to slip and bump your head. It might just be that slip and bump and that's it.
Yeah, sure.
Now when you slip and bump your head and you make it out of that, then that might reflect what mom and daddy taught you. But I look at it like when you raise your kids, the world really raises them more than the parents. We can reflect and tell them things, but they got to get out here and find it out themselves.
Right, but as a parent, I feel like, it's a difference when you live in just a one-parent household with just your mama or just your daddy. But when you have a whole family structure, you can go back and look at them photos of like a happy home. But at the same time, you never know. You really never know. But my thing is, why wait until you really a whole star in the NBA to try to portray some street shit?
That remind me of the dude off of Boys in the Hood, the Chris Tucker looking like nigga. He came from a 2-parent household, good family, and end up.
He was good.
The dude that shot Morris Chestnut, the nigga looked like Chris Tucker that aimed out the car. But that dude, look up his story. He came from a 2-parent household, good family, and still banging.
Yeah,
still.
He got killed, didn't it? Okay.
Banging. He went from college, movie actor, trying to get roles to, you know what I mean? So it's really the individual at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying?
No, I can feel that. I just don't understand why wait till you really all the way on. You know what I'm saying? He was, I don't want to say a few games, but his team really would have been going crazy. He was damn near, MVP type caliber. You know what I mean? For a minute, most of the season. So for you to now, you know that you in hot water for guns, and then like maybe a few days before him going on live with the shit, he was like, you know, they hit a 3 in the game. He'd out there like pow, 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 pow on the sidelines. Like when you already in question for gunplay, and you know what I'm saying? Like, what's wrong with you, bro?
His name is, the nigga I'm talking about name is Lloyd Avery II.
Never knew his name, but I know exactly his face. The nigga who was hanging out the gun who shot
Chris Tucker looking nigga.
Yeah, with the red hat and the shotgun.
Yeah, man, but as far as that go, man, like niggas want this image so bad, it's like addicting. Like it's like when a nigga is an NBA player or a football or a positive nigga, they on people like don't shun that light, as in I guess that grasshole light. You know what I'm saying? Like
my thing is
and beat it. That nigga's
yeah.
Goro from Mortal Kombat.
you get that love and that hood respect, but my thing is, bro, like you're in the whole NBA, you already got the love and respect. Niggas fuck with you for the simple fact that you'll jump over a 7-footer and straight shit on them at any given time, bro. Like you don't have to do that in the streets, bro, to get that love. Like why do you want that extra love, bro?
And speaking of Indiana, it's a movie. Remember that movie, Original Gangsters?
Yeah, of course.
Remember the nigga was balling and did all of that on the court. He was leaving the court and they shot him when he was in a phone booth. Mm-hmm. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like niggas was jealous. Like you made it, brother. And then I don't know what Pops beat. Pops, you know, a lot of times the media try to keep us from seeing, or Pops could really be on his ass. Like, for real, he really could be. He might have slapped shit out of him already. Like,
yeah, I mean,
we never know.
Me personally, I don't got nothing bad to say about the Pops. You know what I'm saying? I think his name is T. Morant.
Yeah.
I don't got nothing bad to say. I mean, he came out with a mini statement, at least one that I've seen thus far, was just saying, you know, he does not condone the actions of his son. You know what I mean? I can't, you know what I mean, blame him or...
And a lot of times, being in a higher position, people can blind you from how much those people might hate you or want to see you fail. Like, how can I be your homeboy and watch you act like that? Like, the generational wealth you missing, the college funds your kids gonna have, the mom's wooden cabinet of jewelry she should have because of your money. I mean, like, let's really be honest.
It's a whole,
just to impress niggas, just to be the gangster household NBA, like, nigga, come on, man. Look what it got Iverson.
Right.
That mindset, you know what I mean? What you gonna stop practicing now, nigga? Or are you chasing the NBA legacy or fucking El Chapo legacy? Like, come on.
That's my whole point, bro. Well, like, you in the whole NBA, your team is really in the hunt for a championship. Y'all the top 3 seed in the West right now. What are you doing, bro? And they need you for that.
But what it's going to resort to is that team, just like, you know what that team remind me the closest of, and you probably will fuck with it. The Pacers. Come on, man.
Why you say that?
When we had Jamal Tinsley and all that, that's what that team. Because
yeah.
it ain't just John Morant on that team acting like that. Like, it's been other incidents.
Well,
members on the team trying to be gangster on it.
Yeah, but
like that.
But on they shit though, they be trying to be gangsters on the court. Ain't nobody else, you know what I'm saying, like, on the extra shit off the court. That's the thing.
But can we blame John Morant or can we blame the NBA players hit threes and throw up gang signs? Big B's and
Crip and
come on, man.
GD and Vice Lord and all that shit. You know, I feel like that's a fine line, and we can get into that topic if you want to. But you know, with that shit, I just feel like, you know, at the same time, you pulling people from all types of different cultures and walks of life to playing the NBA, so they're playing for their talent. And then at the same time, you don't want to be like, no, you can't express yourself. But at the other end, it's like, this is a business and this is professional. So you brought up a good point when you was talking about Iverson. You know what I'm saying? Because I really wasn't feeling that shit when Iverson brought it in. And, you know, I was a little bit younger at that time. I think I was maybe like 5th, 6th grade when Iverson was really popping. You know, the baggy clothes, the braids, the chains, basically hip-hop culture at that time. He brought it in. And he was a whole MVP. But the NBA did not fuck with that. And they, you know what I'm saying, started to ban him the way he dressed. Like, that's when the dress code started coming into effect. But the thing about it was, on that court, Iverson gave you anything that you could handle every night, and it wasn't no extra stuff going on outside of that. Off the court, I'm trying to think. I really don't know no issues that Iverson had except maybe the practice situation.
His wife, all type of issues.
Well, bring him up, nigga. You know? Tell me.
I mean, he's had a lot of like, not practicing, and
I feel like that's still work related though.
I feel like that's just like the ultimate like bitch made shit. Because, and I'm gonna tell you why. For your story, growing up broke, not having it, just the struggle, the confidence you had to change your life and your situation, to see other people come from that, and you don't practice with them, you don't mentor these young niggas, you don't got nothing to say to none of these young niggas that may have grew up worse than you. Like,
right.
See, that's what separates. That's why I say Iverson's not in the top 5. None of, off court, Kobe would have took a young man and, what's wrong?
When you hitting the table, it coming through on the mic every time.
Kobe, LeBron, just the mentorism, what's going on, bro? Like,
I agree, but I think it takes a certain type of individual to even want to do that because, and just in general, I feel like people in life are selfish. Like, you know what I'm saying? He done made it to the NBA, so he like, this is about me. I'm not finna give back. That's not my role. I came here to play basketball.
So what you saying that that's just like Tupac and Nipsey Hussle, like.
Right.
Nipsey was a hustler. Tupac was a poet. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's role ain't.
Exactly.
You know
Exactly.
What I mean? And I respect that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I honestly get tired of like this lifestyle is a split second. I hope niggas know that, like, when they doing all this and it's like that. You know what I mean? We are evanescent. Like, literally, like it's like that. So it's just like, and it always relates back to our culture, our people.
Right.
What we doing. Why I can't be a positive nigga? Like
yeah,
real stuff.
And that's
like,
another thing. If you want to go to the greater issue of the whole thing, it's like you said. Why can't you? What's wrong with being a positive nigga? Why in the black culture is it basically everything that is good is bad and everything that is bad is good? I'll give you an example of that. I was speaking to a friend, just a homegirl, nothing crazy. I think I said, "Hey, how you doing, dear?" And she said, "Dear." That's weird. I was like, what you mean? You know what I'm saying? What you mean? I was just saying, hey, good morning or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? She's like, that's what the creepers be saying. So I said, what would you prefer? Or what's good, thug? What's up, bitch? What's poppin', hoe? Oh, shit. Yeah, I would. Okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I told her, I'm like, that just goes to show, it was written. You know what I'm saying? I had to bring the scripture out on y'all, but you know what I'm saying? It was written in the end days, you know what I'm saying? Things that would be labeled as good would be labeled as bad, and things labeled as bad would be labeled as good. But for us as a culture, it's like a nigga try to do the positive thing, and he's a cornball. He's soft, he's weak, he's whack. So, on the one hand, I can understand y'all like, yeah, but my thing is, bro, you don't need to do that. Nobody's asking you to do that. We all love you for your amazing athleticism and talent as a basketball player, bro. Nobody is asking you to also go out there and get your street cred up and put in work, bro. Like, you've made it, bro. Like, just keep doing what you're doing. Dunk on a nigga for us, bro. You know what I mean? Can't you do that part?
He ain't around no real street niggas. Like, he ain't around no real niggas. Like, obviously. So even to portray that a little bit, like, that's not gangster at all. Like, who the fuck cares? You know what I mean? Like, real shit, like, you flaring and acting gangster shit, who the fuck cares, nigga? You're an NBA player with a lot of money, you fuck nigga. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Let's change the subject. John Moran, stop being a fuck nigga. That's the end of the...
but at the same time, I don't want to go super harsh on the dogs because he is probably about 22, 23. Niggas trying to grow up. So I can understand that. As a grown man, as a dog, motherfuckers go through different shit in life in which maybe he's trying to find himself. But my thing is, bro, all you got to do is just focus on that court, bro. You could be a whole legend by the end of your career. And right now, you're not even playing because you out here toting guns and, you know what I'm saying, showing off guns. And the thing is, bro, on the live, and you already in hot water for fucking with guns, why are you showing a micro pistol? The gun was this big, bro. Like, what are you doing? Like, nobody is scared of that. Nobody is scared of you. Like, bro, what are you doing? Why did you do that? Now, it'd be different if the nigga had like a, you know what I'm saying, motherfucking a huge AR with a 100-round drum on that bitch and da da da. And no, like he's holding it damn there with his pinky the way how small it was, bro. Shit crazy.
Fuck nigga shit, man. Another dumbass point black people making. You know what I'm saying? And then you look at why people look at us as ignorant as fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't see none of them white boys on this team toting guns.
Hell no, you don't.
Hell
no.
Don't do that.
The fuck?
You got Baker Mayfield, Johnny Football. They be doing it too.
Yeah, I was waiting for the cameraman to chime in. I was gonna let him.
Put me on game on his team.
No,
He's just saying in general.
Nah, a nigga hunting deer or showing off his gun collection is one thing. That just could be because you like collecting guns, you like shooting guns, you like having good aim. It's not to hurt nobody though. It's not to portray.
No, you're right, and I agree with y'all. I don't want to talk too much because we mic'd up. So
Yeah. No, you good, but shit, we kind of need your input too.
He got put it like this. John Morant got a little cousin playing basketball and want to be like him.
Facts.
He got a multiple people that want to be like him. But do they want to be like him or do they want to be like the devil? That's all I'm saying. Like
you gotta
when you was doing them dribbles and crossing over and all of that, that was cool. But I want to be able to cuss and show my golds off and put my chains on and stack my pants
and do the
what
gritty.
What they got to do with basketball?
I hate that gritty shit.
Push back a little bit. Colorado is an open carry state.
Okay.
So I can have my gun wherever, whenever, as long as I'm not drunk or drinking. So that's one.
But he played for Memphis. But
and what the fuck does that have to do with basketball?
He was on IG.
What the fuck does that have to do with all the practices he woke up and went to, all the AAU meetings, all the traveling on the airplane in the city buses? This nigga's a basketball player. He ain't shit else. Like, quit the bullshit, man.
Okay, just to throw a little caveat in there. Take ESTG. This nigga, he played football in college, and you know what I'm saying, I guess when he wasn't playing, he was on his missions type shit, and you know what I'm saying, now he made music, and you couldn't tell the nigga that he wasn't a killer and he don't shoot shit up and woo blah blah. I mean, then you got people like Aaron Hernandez, who literally was in the NFL and was a whole hitman. You know what I'm saying? Was a Pro Bowl tight end. Then when he got done off of that, he go kill something.
Like you just said, he was a killer, a hitman.
Yeah.
Like you just said he was a street nigga that happened to be good at sports. John Morant wasn't none of that. So I mean,
paper, bro.
My bad. He wasn't. It's just because the mic.
Right.
I'm just so you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This is how I knew. He wasn't. He's none of that. Like you know what I mean. He's a great, potentially Hall of Fame basketball player. And one thing I noticed.
Facts.
And one thing I noticed that separated Kobe from Allen Iverson, LeBron from a Carmelo Anthony, was off the court. You know what I mean? It wasn't on the court. One thing that separated Floyd Mayweather from Zab Judah.
Hey, he's preaching right now.
Come on now. Manny Pacquiao from Ricky Hatton. It's
The
you gotta eat, sleep, and live this shit. Like
right.
Basketball players don't hang with thugs.
Yeah,
it's just. I mean, they do, but they stop their growth and the elevation.
To add to your point, maybe they do, maybe they don't. But Kobe Bryant didn't. You know what I'm saying? He lived
Michael
like
Jordan
you said.
didn't.
Yeah.
Shit.
You know what I mean?
Shit, Michael Jordan might have. Wee. But y'all know exactly the point I'm making. Like it's nonsense. It's once again, it's another stupid ass point black people are making. Cause ain't nobody, like I said, ain't nobody else doing this dumb ass shit. Now I am seeing, you know, when you look at the little worldwide rap videos, you seeing that gangsters in what's it, Baghdad and shit doing the music, and all that. Dude, like one of their main dudes just died over there, like not too long. So I do be seeing worldwide, like. And I feel like all these other coaches, how they moving and shit is black people shit. Like y'all don't rock. Like y'all got that from Chicago niggas, and it's hitting these other countries. Like, that's
what's so funny about it, bro. That's why you can say, if you want to go deep into it, like how it is spiritual, when you will turn on some shit and look at Koreans or look at Japanese, and they basically making drill music and they bringing that same energy. Or you can even look at it's the people in Africa who make drill music and it's be on the same energy wave. You know what I mean?
And that's why I respect what's the Chinese dude? What's his name? China Mac?
Yeah, China Mac.
He's a respectful ass street nigga for real. Like how he be talking and move. Like I've never heard him say nigga. I'm talking about in all of his arguments, all of it. He's a true nigga, and then how he broke down.
I actually heard China Mac say nigga before, but it was way back in the day, and he stopped saying it. You know what I mean?
Man, hell yeah, like he's a real street nigga.
But he from Harlem though. I mean,
but,
it's like,
but it's to the point to
Chinatown,
where it's to the point to where how he broke down his culture. He said, me and the people from the village, when we sell drugs, we never did it in our neighborhood. We're not y'all. Like we're gonna stick to what we know and do. Like we're not finna try to be or imitate. You know, and a lot of times we want to imitate or portray the wrong thing. Like
that's a fact.
That is not do anything for you. But like, are you trying to be in a movie? Like, is this like really a play?
And that's why I just don't understand this Ja Morant shit. Is like, what are you trying to gain from this, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? You're not even getting those street points from the shit because you're not even doing it right, bro. How the fuck you get on a live with a mini micro pistol? Like, what are you doing? Are you trying to antagonize the NBA? Like, I'll do what I want, fuck y'all, or I just don't get it. But we about to get off Ja Morant, man. Let's move on to I want to go to the BMF shit, man, because we talk about fuck niggas, man. Let me talk about
Pops.
the old Pops,
you know,
man.
We get on his ass.
Let me talk about old Pops, man. Man, I wish I'm gonna let you go in, bro, because I didn't even see yesterday's episode, bro.
We
so
just break down a couple of little things on there. So like,
but he got a long list of his fuckery, bro.
Can we honestly say fuckery for him trying to make a good household for his children?
I say fuckery because yes, on the one hand, you don't want your kids selling drugs. I totally understand that, but at the same time, if I'm your dad, bro, you're not gonna be 17 and not in school, and then just doing what you want to do. No, you live in my house still. You know what I mean? I'm talking about T. Obviously, his other brother. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? I just don't see where he's coming from as far as your wife not happy or satisfied. You broke. And then your sons provide a way for you. You shun that. You know what I'm saying? Even though you know you need money, but you know, say your moral compass, you're gonna shun that. Okay. So you would think, okay, he's a stand up guy, he has morals. Then the nigga go and cheat on his wife. And then it's not like he even really wanted to, like, oh yeah, he did want to, but it's like the bitch really coerced you into doing it. You know what I'm saying? Made you cheat on him.
When that nigga turned his back and act like he couldn't leave, that shit. Nigga, you know you gonna walk down.
That's what I say. You weak ass nigga, bro. If you gonna leave, leave. If you gonna leave, bro, leave. Nigga felt some little titties on his back and just melted.
Wait till you watch this next episode, because I'm really shitty you ain't seen it already. Because golly, you about to see some shit.
I wanted to watch it, bro. I had to.
It's some shit you already know, like you could feel that was gonna happen anyway, but you'll see. But.
And you know people been all over Facebook giving the previews and shit, you know what I'm saying? Spoilers.
You can't even look at Facebook.
Right, bro.
Gonna say this and that.
Man, somebody said, I'm gonna talk about it even though I haven't seen it yet. Somebody said that Mrs. Flannery, I forget her name. What's her name? Mama Flannery went on a date with the damn preacher?
No.
Okay, that was lying? Okay. That was lying? Okay. Let's not put that out there then.
I mean, she presented it to her. He's so far as I know, like Baptist, Methodist, when you are married, your pastor, the husband and wife goes to, is supposed to be your marriage counselor.
Yeah, he's the marriage counselor, yeah.
And growing up, that is true, because I've seen like my mama go out to dinner with the pastor, or my daddy go out. And when they
especially like when you are like in that church, you're a member of that church. Exactly.
That's the whole purpose of when a man and a woman separate. That's usually why you don't usually see people separate and they both stay at the same church. Like, cause
one got to lead them on.
Yeah, but so I understood it. But at the same time, the way the writing of the show, I guess, or the way it makes it seem like Snoop Dogg really been slick. Like he would have
right.
Like you don't want to say it, and he ain't said it, but you thinking like.
So Snoop character on there funny as hell, for real.
I mean, he be saying some righteous stuff. It's just that the way the writing of the show is it just seemed funny, because you always thinking like, this nigga gonna try to hit that at any point. Like, I'm telling you, Like, so that's why I was like, I ain't gonna say too much, but you should definitely check that new episode out. But I'll tell you that from what you have seen, my thing is you can't really blame a father for putting these good things out in his kids. He never was a street dude or a bad dude. So, and you know, Meech got tired. I mean, can you blame a nigga getting tired of being broke? And
you can't blame him. My thing is, I blame the father for his pride, bro. I blame his father for his pride because as a leader, bro, you're not supposed to let your pride be the reason that your family is falling apart.
But my thing is, it's like the Everybody Hates Chris stuff. Like, did you know, like, on Everybody Hates Chris, the whole time they owned that apartment building?
No.
Exactly. Like, Big Meech and them came from money, like, because most black people were very wealthy in Detroit, like, around that time. Like, that's why the Kids Inc., like, how you think they was able to have these plugs? No, too. Like, it's just like, would you keep fronting a nigga some weed if you know he ain't got a job? So you just think of a international plug looking at, they know, like, these niggas are smart. They know this city's capitalizing. They got General Motors here. Do you know what General Motors did for the black communities in Detroit?
Yeah, I do. But the thing about it was, you know what I'm saying, his pop still wasn't really making no bread like that, but he was the only one working in the household.
In General Motors, they
showed his paychecks, bro. He was making like $2 an hour, $2.13.
Who he wasn't even.
But I mean, I understand it was, you know, in the 80s or 70s, but the nigga,
he didn't work at GM, did he?
No,
he worked at a different,
he lost his
you know,
job.
what I'm saying, factory.
That's why they was struggling like that. They came for money, and then he lost his job and had to work from.
You know, the real documentary said that his pops was actually a struggling artist. You know how they showed it in a little bit, how the guitar, but he was really a struggling artist, and that's why you know, as Meech grew up, he got back into music. But you know, they was around music a lot. But yeah, bro, I mean,
but you can't blame him for, like, it's the writing of the show that makes it annoying. Like,
right?
Do you really think like, you know what I'm saying, like, a man just got a wife and had kids is gonna just sit there and, you know what I'm saying, like, watch his sons just throw their life away, like,
that's what I'm saying.
The fullest. I mean, it's gonna be some pushback or something.
Like you said, it is the writing because in reality, the pops actually got locked up too.
But they show him why, brother. That's why they get into it. But like as far as like my worst like nigga is probably Everybody Hate the Police Officer. That nigga is from and I don't even know if it's just from that show. It's really, I hated that nigga since the Tyler Perry movies. I hated that nigga since the Tyler Perry movie, nigga. Drown his ass in that tub, goddammit. You know what I'm saying? Like, his bitch
Tyler
ass,
Perry movie
bro.
will make you hate a nigga for sure, man. That's why I look at Tyler Perry sideways, because the people in his movies, boy, they paint a nigga in the worst light.
Now, you didn't see his last episode, but that was fucked up how he did the nigga mama and shit. You know what I'm saying?
I did see that part. You know what I'm saying? I did see that
up.
part, how he changed the nigga mama to a fucked up thing, and then she died.
Yeah, that was fucked.
Like, come
all
on,
the way up.
man.
And then, I feel like he handled this shit appropriately, though. I feel like he never got nothing out of him through it all. Like, he was ready, but he didn't do it. And he went against his own mom, because when he had that brick and he ran off with it, I was like,
yeah, that was a turning
decision,
point.
Boy.
Turning point. But at the same time, bro, you like, man, that was a tough decision. Like, I know niggas be like, no, I wouldn't snitch, but at the same time, the cop put heli pressure on him. Heli pressure on him. Had him for damn near 2 bodies.
Had him in a
you know what I'm saying?
I don't know if you seen. Yep, you seen it. He had him in a trunk, nigga.
Yeah, tied him up in the trunk for a couple days. Like, boy.
That was the most, nigga. Like, sheesh. Like, eerie. Yeah, so, yeah, I feel like overall they getting solid, like the trip to Atlanta. I'm starting to see how some of the truth is coming out. You know, I am. A little bit. Mm-hmm. But to me, they make Meech a little too fucking soft. Like, that nigga Meech was not that damn happy-go-lucky soft ass nigga like they be.
I don't know if you'll call him soft, but my only thing is,
they make that nigga soft than a bitch. Like, he always talking about put the guns down, always all of this extra shit. Like, I don't believe it. Mm-hmm. I don't for one. Maybe he was.
Cause I watched a few BMF documentaries, and then nigga Meech was about getting bread. He wasn't about going to war, but at the same time, I don't understand how you know, with the what's the nigga name on there? Who the villain? Lamar. Like, how is that nigga still living? He done took out so many niggas in y'all gang. He terrorizing the whole hood.
Terrorizing the communities.
His baby mama is your ex-girlfriend. Y'all can't get this nigga up out of here? Like, bruh.
You got a treat for you.
He done shot Terry. He done shot Meech, made you go to Atlanta, and y'all niggas still trying to get money? Like, y'all got to kill this nigga to get some money, in my opinion.
Well, we don't know if Lamar, they never showed who shot Terry. But we can best believe, like.
But they know that he shot Meech, though.
Oh, he said it on Vlad.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The real nigga said it on Vlad.
The federal.
Right.
The Figaro federal. That boy, that nigga needs an award. He need a Nobel Peace Prize for as much writing as he be doing. Vlad is, man, come on, man. But I know niggas volunteer to talk on camera and all that. If that's you know what your whole platform is based on is making niggas get on camera
and telling themselves, I mean, I don't know. I can understand how the shit can be like, you know, motherfuckers can be entertained by some of these stories because a lot of this shit do be some crazy off the wall. But it's like if it's open cases or things that you could actually be charged for, like, bro,
why even in it asking? Yeah. And then you free Sue Serpent. You hear about his case. I guess allegedly some of his people is snitching on him.
Oh no! I did not know that. I know he's still in there for the RICO, but I didn't know that people is switching sides. I mean, you know, I did hear in that YSL case that there was a undercover informant in that gang for 11 years. Woody is his name. You know what I'm saying? That don't sound good at all. Especially for Young Thug who's still behind them bars, like, bruh, it's ugly right now. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, back to the BMF thing, yeah, I couldn't understand the how Lamar is just really still out there, man. Like, because they show Meech having all this ambition and all this will. Like, he'll go to Cuba and, you know, politic with the cartel, et cetera, to get the plug together, but bro, you got a nigga in your city who shot you, possibly shot your brother, killed your mans outside your club. You know what I'm saying? He's wreaking havoc on y'all, bro. Like, y'all need to pool all your resources and get him up out of here.
And then they're making this nigga just like a comedian at this point. Like, this dude is not fucking reading newspapers at the Waffle House, making him make his bacon and shit. Like, get the fuck out of here. This nigga is. They going a little too far with that shit. Like,
hey, they got that niggas a whole menace, bro. Like, he came out with the shit bag and killed 2 niggas with his bare hands.
And then when he killed that nigga and poured that shit on his oh god, that shit was sick.
Unprocessed shit. And then you go through your large intestines. This is like the essence of shit. Like,
yeah, man. Straight
who was
feces.
That he did that to?
The fat nigga, man. Which I fuck with the fat nigga from he was on Black Lightning. That's why I fuck with the fat nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Man, speaking of, man, that motherfucker need to come back out. I've been waiting for it.
That was one of the worst shows ever.
Me and my girl used to like Black Lightning for sure.
Visor, you don't know it's him. He's the same lineup. He's like a 6'4" Montel Jordan looking ass black nigga.
It's supposed to be a comic. First of all,
it's a comic.
You just shitting on the comic at this point. They got to keep it comic. Like, what they gonna just change the whole? It's the whole. What, you don't like comic books? Because that's how many comics is like that? Superman, come on now,
all of them.
Like,
all of them.
You just don't like comics at this point. If they change.
Speaking of, I mean, this ain't got nothing to do with it. Did anybody see Creed?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, we're gonna save it. I ain't seen it yet. I'm
hearing this.
I want to see it. You know what I'm
saying? I'm hearing it's good.
Yeah,
real good. That's what everybody telling me. So,
shit. Okay, we got the Kevin Durant trade. I mean, we don't got to spend too much time on this. I heard he was injured, which is crazy. I did see the injury, but I thought he was just gonna get up and, you know, he's still playing. But he was trying to dunk in a layup line or some shit like that and slipped. And I'm hearing he's out for a few weeks. But my thing is with the Kevin Durant trade, like, the Suns are, I want to say maybe 4th in the Western Conference with him. Without him, I don't know what they're going to do because they lost some players, especially on defense. But I still could pick the Suns to win the West. You know, with a healthy Kevin Durant, Booker been going crazy. I mean, you still got Chris Paul, you got DeAndre Ayton, And after that, hey, shit.
Paul just get a ring before he retires.
That's why I really let the man get a ring before he get up out of here,
Nah,
man.
just
I know
let
he
that nigga hit
tired.
A couple layups and win. Come on, man.
So I know he tired. Like, you know what I mean?
But man, you know, Kevin Durant, man. Truth be told, he could have been. His career could have been over when he first got injured. You know, could have been, but I mean, we never know because it seemed like it was real freakish because. He played that game. He dropped like 15 straight on Kawhi.
Yeah,
didn't even do shit and got injured. Like, I was like, man, what the fuck, nigga? Just I was like, yeah. So you feel me? I feel like he should have did what Clay did. Take your time, bro. I mean,
right.
And he's better than Klay Thompson, so he should have really used. But with Achilles, that is literally up to a person's body. Like that's career ending for some people. Like some people. Look at what's his boy named Brandon Roy. His body didn't even make enough cartilage for him to like.
Yeah, he had. I think it was a knee.
It's his body. Like he just had a rare knee disorder. Just
man, Brandon Roy was the truth too.
His body wasn't good enough for the NBA. It's
Just
just
like
that simple.
Lillard down there.
You
Yeah,
said what?
Lillard, he had that type of game.
same game as Dame, but you know, Brandon was a little bit bigger than Lillard. But then he was a little more physical too. Like he'll really bang on you. You know what I'm saying? Give you mid-range work.
Like Gilbert Arenas to me. Him and Brandon Roy was a lot alike.
You know, who would I say?
6'4".
Brandon Roy. I thought he was about 6'5".
Jason Williams.
Jason Williams. I was thinking more Grant Hill.
Jason Williams.
That's his name.
Who is Jason Williams?
Not white chocolate. The black one that played for Brooklyn and Utah.
Deron Williams.
Darren Williams.
Darren
Yeah.
Williams.
Darren
Nah.
Williams. They do kind of got similar games, but I had to give Brandon Roy a little bit more.
offensive minded. Brandon
Yeah,
Roy.
yeah.
Way more.
Like I said, I say Grant Hill because they both dealt
They
with
are
some
like the
injuries.
same
But
height, him and Darren Williams. Well, now he might be a little inch taller.
I think if you look it up, Brandon Roy 6'5".
Darren Williams was 6'5", wasn't he? 6'4".
yeah,
That's what made him
something
such
like
a deadly. He was 6'4".
He was a big ass point guard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he had them Dinos too. But Brandon Roy, but he was a whole monster. But yeah, I don't know as far as that, man. Who you think coming out the East though? I mean, now Brooklyn ain't what they used to be. So, I mean, you still got Philly. And past that, I'm trying to think who really hooping out the East. I mean, the Knicks they're coming up.
You talking about just players or you talking about point guards?
I'm talking about just the teams, like you know what I'm saying.
No, the best offensive duo is Celtics. You already know who that is.
Yeah, I'm
That's
tripping.
all right.
The Celtics, yeah,
Come on, man.
they made it to the finals last year too. So yeah, I could definitely see that.
And then I don't know Ani Kupo.
The Bucks, can't forget them. They on a tear. They damn near won
Last.
15 of the last 17.
It's bound to. He got a ring, right?
Yeah, they already got a ring.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's bound to happen if he got a ring because come on, like the Suns, on the West. What's the teams been? The top two teams been the Suns for the last like 10 years. You took the last decade, the Suns and the Warriors. I mean,
Yeah, Warriors.
The last 10 years.
Warriors like in the 6th seed right now, but you know you still can't count them out when the playoffs come.
Come on now. And then it's crazy the Suns like been a top team, but they always just somehow like lose for no reason.
Didn't they make it to the finals though?
Yeah. And then they played for the championship before that. But out of the 10 years, they records.
Oh, they
been
lost to the
crazy.
Bucks.
Bucks got him. Giannis unstoppable.
Yeah, they couldn't do nothing with the Bucks.
He's unstoppable. Like you put the right player with him, they win like 6 straight. He could be the next Bill Russell. He just need one player, like just that one X factor.
Well, I mean, when they won, they had Middleton, who's still on the team. They brought Holiday, who's still on the team, and they surrounded by shooters. And then Lopez, as a center, is a whole monster.
Yeah, but who cares? Like, can we need we need a healthy season, like, and then and you'll understand.
I can't say who cares when the Bucks are the number 1 seed in the East right now.
No.
They rarely lost.
When I say,
You know what I'm saying?
When I say who cares, I'm talking about, and you will agree with this. Every year, like the people that's supposed to win for like the last 6 years, if somebody big has been injured,
Yeah, that's the
so
main
we don't
thing.
we don't like know like who really like. Do you honestly think Kawhi Leonard would have a ring if Kevin Durant was healthy that year?
Maybe not that year, but you know he won a ring with the Spurs already.
I mean, come on now, he came to a legacy.
But what he did in Toronto was like legendary to me. Shit.
But everybody was hurt. Like, how do we like LeBron was hurt and the so and then when
And Clay.
Ani Kupo won it, how many people was injured? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't honestly know. Like, but when best believe when Curry and them won it, everybody was playing. They
right.
showed up and whooped everybody. Nobody was in. So it's like, wow. It's like I can't really just honestly say niggas is gonna be repeaters or they need. Now when you put somebody with Ani Kupo and then it'll be unstoppable then. But like, come on, Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday, really. Them are role players, nigga.
That's what he need. He the star. Let him get his 40 and let
every
Drew.
star need another fantastic superstar. Look at Kobe and Shaq. Look at
Chris Middleton when he's doing his thing, bro. That's a good number 2. He's very proficient shooting from
would you call him a
all
superstar?
3 levels. Hell no.
Yeah, all-star.
Yeah, he all-star.
I definitely give him
You know
that.
what I'm saying?
And Drew
All-star.
Holiday, definitely.
Yeah, all-star level.
All around point guard wise, hell yeah. Like he ain't
Because Drew Holiday gonna play D too.
and
Assists.
Middleton is okay on D. I guess.
He okay on D, but really offensively, you know what I'm saying, 3-level scorer.
Ani Kupo is either Hall of Fame defense or he's trash. He don't.
Mm-hmm.
But I understand, like when you doing all of that, like it makes sense. But he do got Hall of Fame defense when he's really playing defense. Like he will shut the shit down. Like
Yeah, it ain't too many people who just gonna score on the Kupo, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? To be honest. You know what? I didn't even think about it, but we could talk a little battle rap. Ain't really too. I'm trying to think who, if anybody battled recently, but you know, I just had my joint in Texas. Yeah, it was cool. Could be better. But also, since we got the honorable Love Stacks here, we should talk about that Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia fight. That's finna go down.
we got to talk about John Jones. We didn't even bring up John Jones.
We didn't bring up John Jones, and today
You know
Tony
John
Harrison.
Jones you know what happened?
Yeah, he walked
It's
right through that
how-
nigga.
Yeah, like literally, like how did I don't know, man.
Dude,
I don't respect that because that wasn't good for John Jones in reality. Because
Well, I don't know because Cyril Gahn, you know, he brings his own set of difficulties to the ring. Like you would have thought he would have been a mobile, agile, good stand-up fighter. You know what I mean? But it's like as soon as John got his hands on him, the nigga had no wrestling skills all of a sudden.
But you got to think, I understand that. Now, this is why I say it wasn't good for John because you're a light heavyweight coming from a lower weight class, getting in there with a dude that competes with other heavyweights is the faster person. Mm-hmm. So he really took away his main weakness just by being a faster nigga coming from a lower weight class. So now, if his main attribute is bouncing, and to them, he's fast because he's a heavyweight naturally, so are they.
Right,
But
right.
to John Jones, that's really not that fucking fast. You got to think.
Because he's not a
So now
heavyweight.
you take away his main power. That's why I was like, now if he get in there with somebody that don't care about speed or never was the faster man anyway,
Right.
it'd be a whole different motherfucker.
See, they was talking about John Jones versus Stipe, which I think that would be an interesting fight because Stipe got power with them hands, and he ain't finna be, you know what I'm saying, you can wrestle him if you want to, but it's not going to be as easy as Cyril Gane, you know what I'm saying, how he just basically couldn't do nothing on the ground.
I mean, see, like the people he fighting are what you wouldn't say horrible, but that is like the least amount of their game. Like Stipe, Francis Ngannou, Cyril Gane, all of them.
That Francis Ngannou fight, you can't just go to that. Like, that's going to be a hard fight, bro.
But John Jones is not about to sit there and bang with them, and they don't really wrestle. So it's like,
Yeah,
really
that's the thing.
That's
like
what I'm
in the
noticing,
heavyweight
like,
division, at least that, you know what I'm saying, I can think off the top of my head, there ain't nobody who really going to wrestle with John Jones.
Yeah, he can clean up the whole division is where I'm getting at. Like, versus a weight class where, like, Volkanovski and, like, man, like, Charles Oliveira and all these Poirier and all these people, they willing
Izzy
to do
and-
whatever. Like, with you. Nah, see, Izzy is in the middleweight, but you got Whitaker, the wrestling, and when Izzy knocked him out, you know, and that's
Right.
the best wrestler in that division, but the nigga that knocked Izzy out don't know how to wrestle at all. So, but I don't know, like that's more exciting to me. Like it's more competition, but
In
I
the
definitely
lower
want
weight classes, okay.
to talk about that Chris Rock stand up.
Shit, go ahead, bro. You know, I ain't even see it, so I'm really giving you the floor on that. So you let me know what happened with that, John.
Well, I feel like he showed definitely why he's a great.
Really?
And he really, it's crazy. Shout out to our podcast because a lot of the shit he was saying in his jokes was a lot of shit we was saying. Shout out last year and
when we was talking about when he got smacked.
yeah, like, did you see it, Drew? Well, I mean, it was like, motherfucker, don't be mad at me because you decided to let your wife sit you down at our fucking round table and talk about how she sucked the dick, nigga. Don't take that out on the fucking world. Like, I felt him when he was saying that, like,
Right, but
I felt that. Like,
at the same time, I feel like, yeah, you got slapped, but at the same time, it's like, are you mad or not mad? It's just like people think that they can just say and do whatever they want, and then the consequence comes, and I was like, oh, don't be mad at me, but you shouldn't. I mean, I can't say you shouldn't have did what you did, but at the same time, with every action, there's an equal or greater reaction.
but he didn't disrespect him, and then he could say a little funny joke and did it up and call it a day. Like, it wasn't nothing that serious. We both know that. Like, it was nothing disrespectful said. He didn't.
No, he really didn't go off the deep end.
Crack a fucking joke, like, literally.
But I think at that time though, Will was under a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was under a lot of pressure, and
I mean, his wife sucked his son's friend's dick. I mean, you'd be under a lot of pressure too.
yeah. But at the same time, if you really want to go there, it's like shit. His wife's son probably sucked Will's dick too.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah,
His son?
I'm not his son, but August Alsina.
Oh my god, that
Yeah.
remind me of that
They-
Medea. What's
they-
that Homecoming Medea movie? You seen that weird
They
shit?
both probably had parts of that, man. you
Weird
know what
ass
I'm saying?
movie. Like, I know Tyler Perry that made some weird movies.
Because you know what I'm
That
saying,
shit
in all the photos that them niggas took, you would think that him and August was cooler than August and Jada.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
he
But-
set the play up. And
Yeah,
she
yeah.
went right for it. She made the plate.
Yeah, right. Finished the plate and licked it clean.
No seconds.
Shit. You feel me? Came back for the motherfucking buffet style.
But to the way he reflected on it or talked about it, I felt, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It was a respectful way. And then he was like, come on, bro. He's like 3 times bigger than me. I can't beat this nigga up. Like, the fuck? I was terrified. Like, and this is the thing. This is where I like black excellence in that aspect. Like, our whole thing about us is not admitting, you know what I mean? Like, if a nigga would just be like that, like, man, I can't beat you up, dude. You're big. I'm terrified of you. A lot of street shit, a lot of shit wouldn't be, but it be niggas that think like that, acting like, rah, rah, but you really thinking like Chris Rock, like you terrified, nigga. Like,
Right.
you know you scared of this nigga. And maybe if you know, like, you said that or put that out there, the energy, that type of energy instead of this type of energy, a lot of shit would die down, or you know what I mean? So,
Yeah, but that's the one thing with Chris Rock that I don't kind of find. I don't find that funny. I mean, I do and I don't. It's like, bro, you being a hoe ass nigga doesn't entertain me.
yeah, like Kevin Hart and shit.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's
Like-
true. It's not nothing to be. You ain't gonna be looking for that nigga. Like, this nigga's a hoe anyway. It
Yeah,
ain't. How that make you feel good looking for a nigga that's telling you he a hoe? Like, really?
Yeah.
This nigga here, he told you he's a
but I also think that's part of the reason why Will did that shit because there
that's
ain't no
where
repercussions
me and
coming with
Savage
that.
didn't respect it, bro. Still to this day, I don't. Especially when, and that's another thing. You're playing a slave, but you're on a platform that black people used to win in Hattie. What's the Gone with the Wind lady? Hattie. Best supporting actor, and she wasn't allowed. Her black ass couldn't accept that award. Like she would have showed up and got that award. It'd been her last show ever. So I mean, when you on that platform, Sidney Poitier, all these people, I understand the thespianism and all of that behind it. You know what I mean? It's more of a smack in the face to them more than, you know what I mean? Like, motherfuckers don't care about your fucking wife, bro. Like, let's be honest, and you sign up for it. This is the shit that pisses me off. To be famous, it's just like you at a call center taking calls all day, And you gonna take the phone, slam it across the computer screen, start snatching the other agents up. I'm so fucking sick of taking calls. Fuck that. That's basically what you're doing. So you're so sick of being so famous, motherfucker. You doing it 135 million a movie, motherfucker. You know you're gonna be famous, right?
That's your life, right? You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
like,
that you built and prepared to do that
Kanye
shit.
West doing that weird shit, like, motherfucker, this is what y'all dreamed of and signed up for, but then you want to take it out on fucking people, like
shit. Eminem, a lot of these motherfuckers do that shit. Motherfuckers literally sell their soul to be famous. Then they get this shit, and it's like, oh, I don't want cameras in my face all the time. I can't even go to the. Shut up. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't that shit weird to you, bro? Like,
you know
what
what I'm saying?
fucking shit? How am I gonna have sympathy for you?
Right.
Like, bitch, you signed up for this, like.
Everything that you ever wanted, right here. Now you complaining, but that's human nature. You know what I'm saying? Nobody
I guess
can ever
so.
be.
I definitely agree that is human nature. It really is. Like now I say it in that classic freestyle. He was like, "Motherfuckers a save up, or by the time you get the money, you don't even want that shit no more." Like
facts.
I mean, you don't even want that shit no more. Like
facts.
Are you really sacrificing for a purpose or for your own personal wants? Like
yeah, it's for the personal pleasure all day. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. But man, shit, I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up, bro. It's been a fire episode, man. Just chopping it up with my man Love Stacks. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Matt Hoffa, hold your head up, man.
Yeah. I mean, we got some time if you really want to chop it up about the
man, like Charleston White, man. I feel like him being an activist and doing for his community only. That's what he portrayed. That's what he said. Like, if you outside of this here and there, fuck you, fuck your kids.
Which I can understand as far as you giving it up for the Fort Worth, Dallas area, and that's what you do. But my thing is this, bro. When people do fucked up shit, I think that takes away from the good shit that they do. You know what I'm saying? Here's an example. I'm not gonna say his name, but somebody here in Nap, like he do his thing, and I think I ain't gonna call him a promoter, but he do got a battle league, whatever. But it'd be like he be on the fence with shit. Like half the time he be hating, half the time he be cool, half the time da. But it's like, bro, I'm not finna sit here in your face and act like we are so cool when half the time you be on some gay ass shit or doing some fuckery, bro. So that bullshit that you be on, Charleston White, that takes away from you being an activist. You can't sit here and say that you trying to uplift children and black people, and then you will say, "Oh, that person from Chicago died. Fuck them. Fuck your dead mama. I'll rape your kids." What do you mean he never said that?
He never said he was trying to. I've seen him on camera multiple times saying, "I never said I give a fuck about your kids if they ain't in this area or this area. Fuck them kids. They can all suck a dick and die." Like, this nigga is mad disrespectful, yo. Like, and my thing is this. What the fuck type of sense does that make? Like, bro,
I don't know. I have seen him a few times on different platforms saying basically his whole purpose is to uplift the youth and the children, and you know, saying he's trying to save folks. But real quick, I want to give a shout out to motherfucking Kane Marco, who couldn't be here today. I want to give a shout out to motherfucking Eddie
Savage.
Yeah, Indy Savage, Eddie Hatch, who couldn't be here today. Y'all niggas is low key slipping not being here on the premiere of us touching, you know what I'm saying, breaking ground in a new studio, you know what I'm saying? Niggas got mics and shit. Boy, you know what I'm saying? Y'all low key slipping, but you know what I'm saying, it's still hooligans, you know what I mean? But yeah, back to your man's Charleston White, bro. You taking away from the good shit that you do with all the fuckery you put out there, man.
Then I seen a little video joint or whatever where the Black Lives Matter dude, you see that? Ran up on him at the restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was still mad disrespect. Like, here's my thing, dude ran up on you and was just politically debating or saying, I can understand still, nigga, don't walk up on me when I'm with my people eating. Fuck you, nigga. Like, I can understand that mindset,
right.
But like every time you respond, it's always like that. It's never nothing educational or never nothing
right.
I can grasp.
But the thing is,
disrespect,
the nigga is wild smart.
He's a crackhead.
he wild smart, and when it comes, but still, like you said, bro, like it takes away the fact that you respond like that to everything. It's like,
yeah,
I ain't seen you slap nobody yet. I ain't seen you shoot nobody.
The only reason
yet, so.
why I can't vibe with you saying he's a crackhead, Drew, is because he literally goes in on everybody else for doing drugs, and
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, and the nigga be highly connected to the police force. So, you know what I'm saying? I damn near think the nigga is undercover or some shit. I don't know. But he got damn near some type of connection with
My experience,
police.
My thing.
that's correct.
My thing is.
He probably been off it for a while, but it don't
Yeah.
go away.
Yeah.
It's my thing about his platform.
Might have been doing crack in the 80s and, you know, it's been 30 years
He
now.
getting
though.
paid and doing his thing. But my thing is, why would you want a platform where other people aspiring to be something like just you provoking people? Like, to me, like, who the fuck really would want to walk up to him and like have a like? This dude just seems like a straight asshole. Like,
Right.
You understand what I mean? Like somebody you wouldn't even want to be around. Like. Involved with.
right.
It's like all you do, bro, is talk mad crazy. You don't seem like you respond to questions.
And that's another thing, bro. It's like, you know what I'm saying? In this new age culture of trolling, he's the ultimate troll. But my thing is, I never respected a troll.
I never respected a troll.
So I'm not finna respect Charleston White, whether you're doing good for the community or bad. Because you making your name, you making your money, you getting your shine off of, you know what I'm saying, fuckery.
And he's doing horrible for the community. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because every time we see you on camera, nigga, you're being negative.
Facts.
When the last time you seen him on camera doing something for the community? So
It gets sprinkled in there, and then motherfuckers try to act like, oh, Charleston White's an activist. Like you said, every time we see this nigga, he's doing some negative bullshit.
what do you really stand for?
Right.
And then how you talking about all these rappers, but the actions and shit you saying is gonna lead to something that these rappers going through. Like, nigga,
Facts.
like somebody can't wait to catch his. Like, so I'm just
Right.
like, I mean, bro, man, like it makes no sense, bro.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So next time we come in this joint, man, we gonna get the what is this called? The board, I guess. We're gonna get the board updated with some new sounds. We might have some music, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully straight out the hooligans. One thing I do want to do is get a cipher. Not necessarily here, but you know what I'm saying? We could do a cipher, a hooligan or a Blunt Honesty podcast cipher. I'm gonna chop it up with you more about the 317 day and what, you know what I'm saying, some shit that we can do. But we turning up, bro. We turning up. So definitely more content. Hooli TV. Make sure that y'all like, share, and subscribe. We trying to get the numbers up. We striving towards 300 right now. And shit, what you got to say, bro, on the outro?
Man, keep the hoolies in your prayers, man.
Facts.
Stick with us on the come up, and we gonna stick with y'all after we come up. You hear me?
Facts. Let me see if this is the right one. Okay. Yeah. Hooligan gang. Bang, bang.